Part 1. The Gathering Storm. The wind howled through the desolate peaks of the jagged flints, where the bones of long-fallen empires lay buried beneath the cold, unyielding stone. Here, in the shadow of the mountains, the remnants of the ancient kingdom of Lyrensar lingered, like whispers transcribed upon the wind. It was in this stark, wild landscape that our tale begins, with the convergence of fate and the confluence of destinies yet untold. The call of the Shard. Astride his weary mare, the young ranger Aaron Frostmane navigated the treacherous mountain pass, the hem of his dark cloak swirling like storm-tossed waves. The air was brisk, and the scent of pine pervaded each breath, mingling with the distant promise of snow. Aaron's sharp eyes, accustomed to the shadows of forest and fen, narrowed on the horizon where the silhouette of Silverhold Keep loomed. Its battlements clung desperately to the cliffs, a bastion of hope in a land beset by whispers of darkness. Silverhold was a place of legend, much like the artifact he sought, an ancient relic known only as the Shard of Lyrensar. Crafted in the dying days of the Old Empire, it was said to hold the power of creation itself, a fragment of the world's very essence. Many had sought it, but all had failed, leaving only echoes of their ambitions scattered across the pages of history. Upon reaching the keep, Aaron was ushered inside, his path lit by braziers flickering with ethereal blue flame. He was led to the great hall, its stone walls adorned with tapestries depicting battles of yore, heroes forever frozen in acts of valor and defiance. At the far end sat Lady Thalindra Catlin, the keeper of Silverhold, her presence as commanding as the tower itself. "Welcome, Aaron Frostmane," she intoned, her voice a soft caress against the ears. Her silver hair cascaded over her shoulders, and her eyes, an icy blue, seemed to pierce the very soul. "You have come regarding the Shard, have you not?" "I have, my lady," Aaron replied, his voice steady but tinged with the weight of his quest. "The Shard's power is needed now more than ever. Dark forces gather, seeking to resurrect the shadow of Lyrensar's curse." Lady Thalindra nodded, her expression grave. "Indeed, the signs are dire, but you will not undertake this journey alone." At her gesture, figures stepped forward from the shadows, a motley crew, each marked by destiny. There was Ilara, a sorceress from the arcane conclaves of AETHERIA, her fiery hair a testament to her formidable power. Beside her stood Kale, a brooding warrior with obsidian armor and a mysterious past. Then there was Morgrim, a gnome inventor whose contraptions often defied reason yet worked miracles. Finally, an unexpected ally emerged, Nimara, a reformed thief. Her eyes glinting with both mischief and resolve. "We are bound by purpose," Lady Thalindra declared. "The Shard must be found, its power harnessed to avert the coming storm." With alliances forged and a path set, the company embarked at first light, leaving Silverhold behind. Their journey would take them across AETHERIA's vast expanse, into realms where the veil between worlds was thin, and the cries of mythical beasts echoed through timeless forests. Chapter 2. Crossing the Veil. The path led them into the verdant Vale, a land where the verdure of the world ran wild, and magic blossomed with every step. Enormous trees, ancient as time itself, loomed overhead, their boughs whispering secrets of forgotten epochs. Here, under the dappled sunlight, Aaron's senses heightened, attuned to the pulse of life that thrummed beneath the earth. As they traversed the emerald expanse, Ilara halted abruptly. Her eyes glowed with a luminescent fire. Her hand raised in a silent command. "We are not alone," she murmured, her voice a mere thread of sound. From the shadows emerged a pack of wolvenkin, their forms shifting between man and beast, eyes glistening with predatory intent. Their leader, a formidable creature with a mane of silver and fangs like daggers, spoke with a voice that rumbled like distant thunder. "This is our domain, outsiders." Aaron stepped forward, his voice calm yet authoritative. "We seek passage. We mean no harm to your kin." A tense silence fell, broken only by the rustle of leaves. Then unexpectedly, the leader laughed, a sound that sent shivers down the spine. "Passage you shall have, but only if you prove your worth." With a nod, Aaron accepted the challenge. He drew his blade, the steel gleaming with a sharpness that matched his resolve. The battle was a flurry of motion and sound, a dance upon the knife's edge between life and oblivion. Aaron fought with the agility and grace of a predator, his strikes precise, his movements fluid. Yet it was Ilara who turned the tide, weaving a spell of such beauty and lethality that the wolves faltered. Flames erupted in a cascade, not to consume, but to illuminate, revealing the true path forward. The wolves, awed by this display of power and restraint, bowed their heads and withdrew. With the path cleared, the company pressed on, through thickets of thorn and over babbling brooks. They spoke little, each absorbed in thoughts of their impending trials. Yet an unspoken bond had begun to weave them together, stronger than any spell or sword. Chapter 3. The Ruins of Elderglen. Their journey led them to Elderglen, a city of ruins, cradled in the embrace of time's inexorable march. Once a jewel of Lyrensar, it now lay silent, its grandeur faded to broken stone and encroaching vines. Yet in its heart lay the cradle of stars, a temple said to hold the secrets of the shard. As they entered, the air shimmered with a palpable force, history itself breathing through the corridors. Morgrim, ever curious, marveled at the intricate carvings, his fingers tracing glyphs that sang with forgotten magic. It was here, amid the echoes of the past, that they found the first clue, a mosaic depicting the shard, surrounded by figures in positions of worship. "This is not mere art," Namara noted, her keen eyes discerning patterns others might miss. "It's a map." Kale, silent until now, stepped forward. "Then we must decipher it, for time is not our ally." Their task was daunting, for the mosaic secrets were buried beneath layers of enigma. Yet as they pieced together the fragments of lore, a revelation struck. A hidden chamber, accessible only by the light of the moon, held the key to their quest. Eager to unveil this mystery, they prepared to wait until nightfall. As they settled in, an uneasy peace descended, fraught with the anticipation of what lay ahead. The moon rose, casting silver beams upon the temple, and with it, the chamber's entrance revealed itself, a door of starlight, shimmering in the moon's embrace. Within lay a vault of wonders, arcane inscriptions that danced like living flame, relics untouched by time. And there, upon a pedestal of obsidian, rested a fragment of the shard, pulsating with a light both eerie and entrancing. Yet as they reached for it, the air crackled with malevolence. Shadows coalesced, forming the specters of those who had long sought to claim the shard's power. Aaron felt a chill clawing at his spine as realization dawned. The curse of Lyrensar was alive, and it sought dominion over them all. With the specters closing in, the company faced their first true test. Ilara summoned a barrier of light, while Kale's blade sang through the air, dispatching foes with precision. Morgrim's inventions whirred into action, adding their own chaotic symphony to the defense. Amidst the chaos, Aaron seized the shard, its power surging through him like wildfire. He felt the world shift, the boundaries of reality blurring as ancient knowledge flooded his consciousness. The specters recoiled, unable to withstand the newfound light that radiated from the shard. With a final effort, Aaron and his companions banished the shadows, the specters dissipating like mist before the dawn. The chamber was theirs, and with it the promise and peril of the shard. Breathless and weary, they emerged into the night, the moon now a silent witness to their triumph. Yet their victory was bittersweet, for they knew the path ahead would be fraught with even greater peril. The shard was but the beginning, a key to a history long shrouded in darkness, and a weapon against the encroaching night. As they set forth once more, the chilling laughter of the unseen echoed in the distance, a reminder that the storm had only just begun to gather. Part 2. Echoes of Destiny. Chapter 4. The Oracle of Emberdeep. Dawn broke over the landscape, painting the sky with hues of rose and gold, as the company ventured forth from Elderglen. Each step they took was a melody of determination, the rhythm of their quest driving them ever onward. The shard, now safely ensconced within a protective charm crafted by Ilara, pulsed with a gentle thrum, a constant reminder of its raw, untapped power. Their path led them southward, towards Emberdeep, a city of legend whose origins were wreathed in the fires of creation. It lay hidden within the cauldron of the earth, a dormant volcano whose heart still glowed with molten fury. It was said that those who sought knowledge from the depths would find it within Emberdeep's obsidian halls, where the oracle resided. As they descended into the earth's embrace, the air grew thick with an oppressive heat, the ground beneath their feet warm as if alive with the ancient power that slumbered below. The walls of the passageway gleamed with veins of precious ore, casting a dim, eerie light upon their faces. "This place hums with magic," Morgrim mused, his eyes alight with a mix of fear and fascination. "As if the very stone listens." Ilara nodded, feeling the arcane currents swirl around her, weaving tales of forgotten epochs into the air. "The oracle is a being of immense wisdom. If anyone can shed light on the shard's true purpose, it is she." They emerged into a vast cavern, its ceiling lost to shadow, while the ground shimmered with the glow of lava rivers crisscrossing the stone like veins of the world itself. In the center stood the oracle's tower, an enigmatic edifice of black stone that absorbed the light and heat, turning them into an ethereal glow. As they approached, they were halted by a figure cloaked in flame, a guardian, his eyes like embers, his presence both formidable and ethereal. "Who dares disturb the sanctum of the oracle?" he intoned, his voice echoing with the finality of a closing chapter. Aaron stepped forward, presenting the shard. "We come seeking the wisdom of the oracle. We bear the shard of Lyrensar, and with it the hope to stave off a rising darkness." The guardian scrutinized them, his gaze lingering upon the shard. Then with a nod, he bid them enter, the flames parting to reveal a path into the tower. The oracle awaited them within a chamber that seemed to defy the laws of reality. Stars danced across the ceiling, constellations that shifted and morphed with each breath. The oracle herself was a being of light and shadow, her form constantly changing, as if she were the embodiment of all that was, is, and could be. "You seek knowledge of the shard," she spoke, her voice a symphony that resonated in the very marrow of their bones. "But know that with knowledge comes burden." "We accept this burden," Aaron replied, his resolve unshakable. The oracle gestured, and the chamber darkened, a vision unfolding before them. They saw the fall of Lyrensar, the shard at the heart of its glory and ruin. They beheld the myriad paths that the shard's power could take, salvation or destruction, unity or division. "The shard is a nexus," the oracle explained, her eyes aglow with ancient light. "It connects realms, a bridge between worlds. But to wield its power, one must first understand its dual nature." Kale, ever skeptical, questioned, "And how do we gain this understanding?" The oracle's smile was enigmatic. "Seek the Hall of Mirrors, where truths are reflected and the soul laid bare. There lies your next trial." With her cryptic words lingering in the air, the company took their leave, their minds ablaze with revelations. The journey would lead them to new places and new allies, to tests of spirit and strength beyond any they had faced. Chapter 5. The Hall of Mirrors. Their path led them to the Whispering Sands, an endless sea of dunes that shimmered under the relentless sun, where the wind sang hymns of solitude. It was said the Hall of Mirrors lay hidden within this shifting expanse, guarded by illusions and mirages, a testament to the resilience of the soul. As they traversed the sands, Aaron felt the weight of the shard grow heavier, its presence a constant companion. The air shimmered with heat, distorting their vision, but their spirits remained unyielded. Nimara, with her quicksilver intuition, guided them with an unerring sense, her steps light as if she wove through the very fabric of reality. "The hall is near," she assured, her gaze fixed upon the horizon, where reality and illusion danced a strange, beguiling waltz. Their destination emerged, a grandiose structure of glass and light, its architecture seemingly impossibly delicate yet undeniably real. As they stepped within, the light fractured, multiplying their reflections infinitely. "What do you see?" Elara murmured, her voice reverberating in the crystalline silence. The reflections showed more than mere visages. They revealed truths hidden deep within, fears and hopes, strengths and vulnerabilities. Aaron saw himself as a leader, yet also as a man haunted by doubt. Kale's mirror self was a warrior, but beneath his armor lay wounds of the past. Morgrim's image flickered between genius and madness, while Nimara faced shadows of her own making, a thief seeking redemption. The test was not of strength, but of self, an acceptance of their own reflections, flaws and all. It was Nimara who first found the courage to shatter her illusions, her acceptance unraveling the spell, revealing a door hidden beyond. "Come," she urged, her voice carrying the strength of newfound conviction. "We must step through." Beyond the door lay a chamber bathed in a cool, luminescent glow. At its heart stood a pedestal upon which rested a prism, its facets capturing light in a kaleidoscope of color. The prism was the key to understanding the shard, reflecting the multifaceted nature of its power and the choices it demanded. As they reached for it, understanding dawned, a harrowing clarity that the shard's power lay not just in what it could do, but in who chose to wield it. and their choices, like the prism's light, would define the fate of AETHERIA. Chapter 6. The Rising Shadow, armed with new insights. The company set their course for the heart of AETHERIA, towards the city of Celestia, seat of the last great council of the realms. It was there, in the grand halls of power, that they would seek to rally the factions of the world against the encroaching darkness. But as they journeyed, the land itself grew restless. Rumors of an army gathering in the east reached their ears, a force led by Lord Malachar, a sorcerer of great power and ambition, who sought to claim the shard for himself. Malachar was a name spoken in hushed tones, a man who once served the Empire but had been seduced by its dark legacy. The company quickened their pace, urgency in every step, the weight of their task pressing heavily upon them. Aaron felt the shard pulse with a faint disquiet, as if it too sensed the gathering storm. Their journey through the Emberwood, a forest dense and foreboding, brought them face to face with their first encounter of Malachar's influence. Shadows moved independently of light, twisting into shapes that struck with lethal precision. It was a battle fought not just with blade and magic, but with the very will to stand against the night. Ilera cast protective wards, while Kale met the shadow beasts head-on, his blade a blur of defiance. Morgrim unleashed his inventions with reckless abandon, a whirring decoy here, a burst of phosphorescent smoke there, each a testament to his quick thinking. In the chaos, Aaron found himself alone, the shard's power surging within him. With a cry, he unleashed its light, a beacon that pierced the shadows, banishing them to nothingness. In the aftermath, silence reigned, broken only by the sound of their ragged breaths. The forest, though still intimidating, felt less oppressive, as if acknowledging their triumph. Yet victory was tempered by the knowledge that this was but a prelude. Lord Malachar's forces would not remain idle, and the true battle lay ahead, where alliances would be tested and destinies forged. As they emerged from the Emberwood, the city of Celestia beckoned in the distance, its towers gleaming like hopeful beacons against the ever-darkening horizon. The stakes had never been higher, nor the path more perilous. But in their hearts burned a fierce resolve, a promise to one another, and to the world they vowed to protect. Part 3. The Gathering Dawn. Chapter 7. The City of Celestia. The spires of Celestia pierced the sky, their alabaster surfaces catching the first light of dawn and refracting it into a shimmering halo that crowned the city. Here, the harmony of architectural grandeur and arcane artistry stood as a testament to the unity of the realms. The city pulsed with life, its streets bustling with merchants, scholars, and emissaries from distant lands. Their voices a tapestry of myriad tongues. Aaron and his companions entered through the gates of Concord, their presence drawing curious glances and whispered speculations. They carried with them the aura of destiny, their purpose etched upon their countenances. Their first stop was the Hall of Accord, where the council convened, a chamber of vaulted ceilings and stained glass windows that cast kaleidoscopic patterns across the polished marble. The air buzzed with anticipation, the fate of AETHERIA hanging in the balance. Lady Felindra Catlin awaited them, her presence as commanding as when they had first met. "Welcome to Celestia," she greeted, her gaze sweeping over them with a mixture of relief and determination. "The council stands ready to hear your plea." The council was a gathering of formidable figures, a tapestry of power and influence. High Chancellor Alaric, resplendent in robes of emerald, presided over the assembly. Beside him stood emissaries from the elven enclave of Valandor, the dwarven holds of Grimsdar, and the nomadic tribes of the Silver Steppes. Aron stepped forward, his voice carrying the weight of his journey. "My lords and ladies, we come with grave news. Lord Malachar rises, his ambition casting a long shadow over all we hold dear. He seeks the shard of Lyrensar to unleash a darkness that would consume us all." A murmur coursed through the assembly, skepticism mingling with concern. Chancellor Alaric raised a hand, silencing the chamber. "You speak of war, young ranger, and of a foe many believe to be myth. What proof do you offer?" Ilara stepped forth, her eyes aflame with conviction. "We bear the shard itself, a fragment of creation and destruction, now bound to us by destiny's hand. We seek not just to warn, but to unite." The shard, revealed from its protective charm, filled the hall with a gentle luminescence. Its light was a tangible presence, a silent witness to their truth. The council, awed, fell into contemplative silence. It was then that a new figure emerged from the shadows, a lithe woman with eyes like twin moons. Her name was Seraphina, a seer of renown, her prophecies revered across the realms. "I have seen the fires of Malachar's ambition," she intoned, her voice a haunting melody. "The time for doubt is past. We must stand together or fall divided." Her words galvanized the council, their resolve steeled by the weight of prophecy. Alliances were forged anew, old rivalries set aside in the face of a common enemy. The halls of Celestia became a hub of preparation, strategy, and cooperation, weaving a tapestry of hope. Chapter 8. The Siege of Celestia. As preparations took shape, the clouds overhead darkened, an omen of the storm to come. Scouts returned with dire news. Malachar's army had crossed the eastern plains, a tide of shadow intent on engulfing Celestia. The city braced for siege, its defenses bolstered by the collective might of the realms. Aron and his companions stood at the forefront of the preparations, their presence a rallying point for the defenders. Each played a crucial role. Ilara enchanted the city's wards, reinforcing its magical defenses. Kale trained the city's militia, instilling them with the discipline of seasoned warriors. Morgrim devised ingenious devices, traps and decoys, that filled the corridors with surprises for unwelcome invaders. The first assault came with the setting sun, Malachar's forces appearing like phantoms upon the horizon, their banners a sea of sable against the dying light. The clash of steel and the roar of spells cast the night in chaos. The city's walls trembled under the weight of siege engines, but held firm, a bulwark against despair. Aron fought at the battlements, his bow a seamless extension of his will. Arrows arced through the night, each finding its mark with deadly precision. By his side, Ilara unleashed her magic, a torrent of flame and light that dazzled and burned. Together they were a symphony of destruction, a testament to the strength born of unity. In the chaos of battle, Namara's skills as a thief proved invaluable. She flitted through shadows, disrupting enemy lines, sowing confusion with whispers and shadows. Her nimble fingers turned enemy plans into chaos, her laughter echoing like the chime of distant bells. As dawn broke, the enemy retreated, the first assault repelled at great cost. Yet Malachar was relentless, his presence a dark silhouette against the rising sun. His forces regrouped, ready to strike anew with the onset of night. Chapter 9. The Heart of Shadows. While the city girded itself for another onslaught, Aaron and his companions sought a bold strategy. They would take the fight to Malachar, striking at the very heart of his power. The decision was fraught with peril, yet also with the promise of turning the tide. Guided by Seraphina's visions, they journeyed through secret passages beneath Celestia, emerging upon the enemy's flank under cover of twilight. The land beyond was a twisted reflection of the world they knew, altered by Malachar's dark magic. Shadows writhed upon the ground, and the air was thick with the scent of decay. As they infiltrated Malachar's encampment, their presence was concealed by an enchantment of Ilara's making. Yet the darkness seemed to sense them, coiling like a sentient thing, hungry and watchful. At the heart of the encampment they found Malachar, a figure of imposing stature, framed by the flames of a blackened pyre. His eyes burned with ambition, the shard's twin resting upon his palm, its light a cruel contrast to the shadows that surrounded him. "You come to face me in my lair," Malachar intoned, his voice silk over steel. "Fools who defy the inevitable march of destiny." Aaron stepped forward, the weight of the moment heavy upon him. "Destiny is not a path, but a choice. We choose to stand against the darkness you would unleash." With a gesture, Malachar summoned his forces, the shadows themselves rising to form an army of spectral warriors. Yet Aaron and his companions stood resolute, their bonds forged anew in the crucible of trial and fire. The battle was a tempest of magic and might, a clash of wills that reverberated through the night. Aaron wielded the shard with newfound purpose, its light piercing the veil of shadow, casting Malachar's illusions into stark relief. Cale fought with the fury of a tempest, his blade singing through the darkened air, while Morgrim's devices unleashed pandemonium upon their foes. In the heart of the chaos, Ilara faced Malachar, their magic colliding in a dance of light and darkness. Sparks flew, the air trembling with the force of their duel. Yet it was Ilara's unwavering resolve that tipped the balance, her spells a symphony of creation that overwhelmed Malachar's destructive force. As Malachar faltered, his power waning, Namara seized the moment, her dagger finding its mark with unerring precision. The shard slipped from Malachar's grasp, its twin drawn to Aaron's own, the two fragments uniting in a blaze of light that drove the shadows from the land. In the aftermath, the night was still, the enemy's hold broken, its leader defeated. The tide had turned, yet the cost was great, losses that ached with the weight of sacrifice. Aaron and his companions stood in the ruins of battle, the dawn breaking over a world forever changed. Yet, in that light, there was hope, a promise of renewal, and the unyielding spirit of AETHERIA, united against the darkness. Art 4. The Shattered Dawn. Chapter 10. A World Reforged. The ashes of battle had scarcely settled when the people of Celestia emerged from their refuge, united by a shared relief and the hard-won courage of those who stood against the shadow. The city, bruised but unbroken, began its slow healing, its people driven by a fervor to rebuild what had been threatened. Aaron and his companions were hailed as heroes, their deeds sung in the streets, yet they carried a quiet solemnity. The cost of victory weighed heavily upon them. The memory of lives lost a somber reminder of the path they had chosen. In the Grand Council chamber, High Chancellor Alaric addressed the assembly, his voice resonant with gratitude and resolve. AETHERIA stands because we stood together. Let this unity be our strength as we forge a new future. Lady Thalindra, Her presence, an unwavering beacon, took the floor. The shard is safe, its power harnessed for the good of all. But we must remain vigilant. New challenges will arise, and we must be ready to meet them. It was then that Seraphina stepped forward, her eyes reflecting secrets glimpsed beyond the veil of time. While Malakar's darkness has been vanquished, I have seen a stirring, an ancient power awakening in the south, a land unknown to us, yet inexorably linked to our own. Her prophecy hung in the air, a mystery waiting to unfold. Aaron felt the tug of destiny once more, a call he knew he could not ignore. His gaze met his companion's, their silent bonds reaffirmed in the quiet understanding that their journey was far from over. Chapter 11. Shadows of the Past. The road southward led them beyond the borders of known maps, into the wild expanse, a vast, untamed land where ancient forests brooded and rivers carved serpentine paths through the earth. It was a land shrouded in myth, spoken of in tales of explorers who had ventured too far and never returned. Their path wound through the elder-gloom forest, where the trees were ancient sentinels, their branches twisted into impossible shapes, whispering secrets in the wind. The air was thick with enchantment, alive with the hum of unseen forces. As they traveled deeper, the forest revealed its mysteries. They encountered the Sylvani, an elusive race of tree-dwellers, their forms as fluid as the leaves in which they lived. The Sylvani spoke of a disturbance, a tear in the fabric of the earth, a place where reality shifted and time ran in circles. We call it the Rift, their leader Elar explained, his voice melodic and resonant. It is a wound in the world, and from it, echoes of the past seep into our realm. The revelation was both intriguing and ominous. Aaron knew that the answers they sought lay within this rift, a place where the boundaries of time and space blurred. Yet venturing into such a realm was fraught with danger, a challenge that required both courage and cunning. Guided by the Sylvani, the company reached the edges of the rift, its boundaries marked by a shimmering veil of light that danced like the aurora beneath a star-strewn sky. Morgrim, ever the inventor, studied the phenomenon with wide-eyed awe, his mind racing with possibilities. This is a confluence of energy, he murmured, adjusting his goggles. A place where past and present collide, a portal of sorts. The company steeled themselves, each aware of the risks, yet driven by the need to uncover the source of the disturbance. With a collective breath, they stepped through the veil, the world dissolving around them into a cascade of color and light. Chapter 12. Echoes of Time. The rift was a paradox of existence, a realm where time flowed like a river of glass, its shards reflecting myriad possibilities. The landscape shifted with each step, a tapestry of epochs, woven together in a dance of chaos and order. Here, the past was tangible, the echoes of history manifesting as phantoms, living memories of battles fought and loves lost. Aaron and his companions navigated this bewildering realm, their senses heightened, their perception stretched to the brink. In the heart of the rift, they found the source, a crystalline spire that pulsed with an eldritch rhythm, its surface alive with runes of power. It was a beacon, a nexus of energy that had torn the fabric of the world asunder. As they approached, the ground trembled, the air thickening with an oppressive weight. From the shadows emerged a figure, cloaked in the trappings of ages past. Her presence was both alien and familiar, her eyes pools of darkness that held the secrets of eternity. "I am Lyra, keeper of the veil," she declared, her voice a chorus of whispers. "You tread upon sacred ground, where the past resides." Aaron felt the shard respond to her presence, its light flaring in resonance. We come seeking the truth of this disturbance. Etheria is threatened by forces we do not understand. Lyra regarded them, her expression inscrutable. The shard is but a fragment of a greater whole. Its power, when united, can restore balance or tip the scales into chaos. Her words brought clarity and purpose, a revelation that their quest was only part of a larger tapestry. The spire held the key, its energy a conduit between worlds, a focal point of creation and destruction. To unravel its mysteries, they must confront the echoes of the past, face the ghosts of their own fears and hopes, and embrace the truths that lay hidden within. It was a trial of the soul, a crucible that would forge them anew. Chapter 13. Trials of the Veil. The journey through the rift was a mosaic of trials, each more challenging than the last. They faced illusions crafted from their deepest fears, phantoms that taunted them with visions of failure and despair. For Kale, it was the visage of his fallen comrades, their eyes accusing, a reminder of the burdens he bore. Ilara wrestled with the echoes of her past, the choices that had led her to the brink of darkness and back. Nimara confronted the shadow of her former self, a thief driven by greed, now seeking redemption. Each trial drew them closer to the truth, their spirits tested, their resolve tempered by the fires of self-discovery. They emerged from each encounter stronger, their bonds forged anew. In the end, it was Aaron who stood before the spire, the shard held aloft, its light a beacon in the darkness. The spire resonated with the shard's power, a symphony of energy that danced across the veil of time. Lyra's voice echoed through the chamber, a benediction and a warning. Use this knowledge wisely. The path forward is fraught with choice, and every decision echoes through eternity. With their task complete, the company stepped back through the veil, the rift's mysteries unraveled, its energies calmed by their presence. The landscape of the wild expanse greeted them, familiar yet forever changed by their journey. The land was quiet, the air filled with the promise of dawn, a new beginning, a chance to forge a future from the lessons of the past. Aaron and his companions knew that their work was not done, but in their hearts burned the light of hope, a beacon to guide them through the challenges yet to come. Part 5. The Light of Unity. Chapter 14. The Forge of Alliances. The journey beyond the rift had left an indelible mark upon Aaron and his companions. Their understanding of the shard and its potential deepened. As they returned to Celestia, the city basked in the glow of newfound hope, its people united in their resolve to rebuild and protect their world. The council reconvened. The halls of Celestia once again filled with the presence of leaders and envoys from every corner of Etheria. They gathered not just to celebrate the victory over Malachar, but to forge alliances that would safeguard against future threats. Lady Thalindra stood before the assembly, her voice a clarion call to action. We have seen what unity can achieve. Let us now bind our fates together, as one people under the light of a shared destiny. Her words were met with resounding agreement. Treaties were signed, pledges made, and oaths sworn upon the ancient altars of the hall. It was a moment of profound significance, a renewal of alliances that would stand as a bulwark against the encroaching dark. Amidst the grandeur of diplomacy, new allies emerged, figures of renown whose presence lent strength to their cause. There was Balthus, a dwarven king, whose valor was matched only by his wisdom, and Hera, a mage from the fabled city of Starlight, her command of the elements a force to be reckoned with. But perhaps the most unexpected ally was Sorin, a rumored scion of the Shadow Realm, who offered his allegiance in exchange for redemption. His presence was a source of intrigue and caution, yet his knowledge of the arcane proved invaluable. As the days of negotiation and celebration unfolded, Aaron found himself drawn to the company of these newfound allies. Each brought a piece of the puzzle, their collective wisdom shaping the strategies that would ensure peace and prosperity. Chapter 15, The Herald of Storms. Yet even as peace took root, the specters of prophecy loomed large. Seraphina, ever vigilant, spoke of an approaching storm, a herald of chaos that threatened to unravel all they had worked to achieve. Her eyes, mirrors to the beyond, reflected a vision of tempest and fury. The elements themselves rage, she warned, a harbinger of change that will test the very fabric of our unity. The source of this disturbance lay to the north, in the frost-bound peaks, a region where the icy breath of the world held dominion. It was there that the storm brewed, a maelstrom of elemental fury that threatened to spill over into the realm of mortals. Aaron and his companions could not ignore the call. Their steps turned northward, towards the heart of the storm, driven by a need to confront the forces that sought to disrupt the fragile balance. As they ventured into the icy wilderness, the air grew sharp with cold, the landscape blanketed in pristine white. The peaks towered above, their icy spires reaching towards the heavens, a testament to nature's indomitable will. The journey was arduous, the path fraught with peril. Blizzards swept the land, their howling winds a symphony of chaos that threatened to swallow all in its path. Yet the company pressed on, their determination a beacon against the encroaching night. It was at the heart of the storm that they encountered the elemental, a being of ice and wind, its form shifting and ethereal, a manifestation of the storm's fury. Its eyes glowed with an ancient intelligence, a consciousness bound to the elements themselves. "You trespass upon sacred ground," the elemental intoned, its voice the crackle of ice upon ice. "What seeks you here, among the bones of the world?" Aaron stepped forward, his voice carrying the weight of destiny. "We seek to restore balance. The storm must be quelled, its wrath brought to peace." The elemental regarded them with a gaze that pierced the soul. "Balance lies not in silence, but in harmony. Prove your worth, and the tempest shall listen." It was a trial of elements, a dance of power and precision, as the company faced the elemental's challenge. Elara called upon her mastery of flame, her magic weaving through the storm like a thread of warmth. Morgrim's inventions whirred to life, their gears and cogs working in concert to defy the storm's might. Namara, nimble as ever, danced upon the ice, her movements a symphony of grace that distracted and confounded. Kale's blade, tempered by fire and ice, met the elemental's attacks with unerring precision, each strike a testament to his indomitable spirit. As the battle reached its crescendo, Aaron felt the shard thrum with power, its light an echo of creation itself. With a cry that resonated through the storm, he unleashed the shard's energy, a beacon of unity that brought the elements into alignment. The storm calmed, the winds subsiding to a gentle whisper. The elemental, now at peace, regarded them with a new respect. "You have shown the strength of unity," it acknowledged, its form dissolving into the mist. "The storm is yours to command, a gift for a world reborn." Chapter 16, The Light of Unity. With the storm quelled, the company returned to Celestia, their hearts buoyed by the knowledge of what they had achieved. The realms, once divided, now stood together as one, their unity a testament to the strength of their bonds. In the light of this newfound dawn, Aaron and his companions took their places among the council. Their voices joined in a chorus of hope. The shard, now a symbol of peace and potential, was enshrined within the halls of governance, its power a guide to the future. The legacy of their journey would echo through the ages, a reminder that even in the darkest times, the light of unity could drive away the shadows. AETHERIA, forever changed, stood ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, its heart beating with the strength of those who dared to dream. And so, as the last rays of the setting sun bathed the land in a golden glow, Aaron looked to the horizon, his spirit filled with the promise of new beginnings. Together with his companions, he embraced the light of a new era, their journey a testament to the power of hope and the enduring strength of the human spirit. For in the end, it was not the shard that defined them, but the choices they made, the light they carried within, and the unity they forged that would illuminate the path to a brighter tomorrow. Part 6. The Veil of Dreams. Chapter 17. Whispers in the Night. The days of peace wore on, the unity among AETHERIA's people, a prevailing force against the lingering shadows of the past. Yet as tranquility settled over the land, a new ripple of unease began to stir, a subtle tremor in the fabric of dreams. It was Namara who first noticed the change, a restlessness that gnawed at her sleep, twisting her dreams into visions of a world cloaked in twilight. The whispers came to her in these moments, tantalizing and elusive, leaving behind only the residue of an unspoken promise. One night, as the moon cast its argent glow over Celestia, Namara found herself drawn to the spire where the shard was enshrined. The light emanating from its core danced across the walls like ephemeral spirits, and in its presence the whispers grew louder, their call irresistible. Her companions joined her, each having felt a similar pull, their connection to the shard undeniable. Elara, her eyes alight with a flicker of concern, spoke first. There is a presence here, an ancient magic that stirs with purpose. Aaron nodded, his senses attuned to the subtle currents of the arcane. It calls to us, beckoning from beyond the veil of sleep, a realm we have yet to explore. Their course set, the company resolved to uncover the source of these whispers, to pierce the veil between waking and dream. It was an undertaking fraught with unknowns, yet one they embraced with the courage born of shared trials. Chapter 18. Into the Dreamscape. With preparations made, the company gathered within the sanctum of the spire, the shard's light a beacon guiding them into uncharted territory. Seraphina, her presence a calming balm, invoked an incantation that wove their spirits together, drawing them into the dreamscape, a realm where reality and imagination entwined. The transition was seamless, their bodies slipping into a tranquil slumber, even as their consciousness awakened in a world of infinite possibility. The dreamscape unfolded around them as a tapestry of wonder, its landscapes ever-shifting, sculpted by thought and desire. Here, logic held no dominion, and time danced to a melody of its own making. Colors sang, and fragrances painted the air with nostalgic hues. It was a place both familiar and alien, a mirror of the soul's deepest yearnings and fears. As they explored this ethereal realm, Aaron felt the whispers draw nearer, their source a pulsing luminescence on the horizon. The landscape shifted with their approach, the ground beneath their feet transforming with each step, a kaleidoscope of memories and dreams. In this dream realm, they encountered phantoms of those they had loved and lost, echoes of the past that tugged at their hearts. Kale paused before the spectral image of a fallen comrade, his hand outstretched in silent remembrance. Ilara met the gaze of her younger self, a reflection of innocence before the weight of destiny had marked her path. Yet it was Namara who led them forward, her instincts sharper than ever in this realm of dreams. She moved with confidence, her steps guided by an inner compass that pointed the way to the heart of the mystery. Chapter 19. The Dreamweaver. At the nexus of the dreamscape, they found a cathedral of light, its spires reaching into the ether, woven from the dreams of countless souls. Within its luminescent halls awaited the Dreamweaver, a being of ethereal beauty, her form crafted from light and shadow, her presence both serene and commanding. Her eyes, deep wells of wisdom and sorrow, met theirs with a gaze that pierced to the core. "You have come seeking answers," she intoned, her voice a harmonious blend of many. "I am the guardian of dreams, the keeper of secrets that lie beyond the veil." Aaron stepped forward, the shard in his grasp resonating with her presence. "We seek to understand the whispers that have drawn us here. What message do they carry?" The Dreamweaver regarded them with a gentle smile, her gaze filled with compassion. "The shard is a bridge between realms, a key to the dreams of the world. The whispers call to you as guardians, for a darkness stirs within the dreamscape, one that threatens to spill into the waking world." Her revelation was both a warning and a charge, an echo of the responsibilities they had embraced. The dreamscape, she explained, was not merely a land of dreams but a reflection of the soul, where creation and destruction waged an eternal dance. Together, they must confront the darkness that sought to shroud it, a shadow born of forgotten nightmares, a force that fed upon fear and despair. Chapter 20. Dance of Shadows. The company steeled themselves for the task ahead, their resolve strengthened by the bonds they shared. As guardians of the waking world, they ventured deeper into the dreamscape, the path unfolding beneath them like a silken thread. The journey led them through realms of luminescent beauty and into the heart of shadow, where the darkness loomed like a storm on the horizon. Here, the very air was thick with tension, the landscape twisted by the malevolent presence that sought to consume it. It was a battle unlike any they had faced, a contest not of steel and spell, but of will and spirit. The darkness took form, a chimeric entity that shifted between nightmare and memory, its eyes burning with the cold fire of forgotten sorrows. Ilara invoked her magic, her voice a symphony of incantation that wove light into the fabric of the dreamscape, pushing back the encroaching gloom. Morgrim's inventions sparked to life, their mechanisms whirring in defiance of the shadow's grasp. Kale, his spirit a bastion of strength, met the darkness head-on, his presence a rallying point for their courage. Nimara moved like the wind, her agile form darting through the shadow's tendrils, unraveling its hold with deft precision. Aaron felt the shard pulse with power, its light a beacon of unity that resonated with their hearts. With a cry, he unleashed its energy, a flood of brilliance that illuminated the dreamscape, banishing the shadows to the recesses of forgotten fears. The darkness, unable to withstand the light of their resolve, dissipated like mist before the dawn. The dreamscape, once marred by shadow, was restored to its ethereal beauty, a testament to the power of dreams and the strength of unity. As they returned to the waking world, the knowledge of their victory warmed their spirits. The Dreamweaver's gratitude was a balm, her presence a reminder of the bond that now linked them to the realm of dreams. The world of AETHERIA awaited them, its people eager for tales of their journey. But in their hearts, They carried the light of the dreamscape, a promise of hope and the enduring power of dreams, a guiding star amidst the tapestry of life. And so, under the watchful eye of a new dawn, Aaron and his companions embraced the future, their legacy a beacon for generations to come, woven from the dreams of those who dared to believe. Part 7. The Echoes of Eternity. Chapter 21. The Celestial Gateway. The victory within the dreamscape was a triumph that resonated throughout AETHERIA, yet it was but a chapter in the ever-unfolding story of the realm. As seasons turned and time wove its intricate patterns, the whispers of destiny beckoned once more, guiding Aaron and his companions towards an uncharted horizon. It began with a celestial event, a convergence of stars that painted the night sky with trails of silver and gold, a cosmic tapestry visible across the realm. It was an omen, an invitation from the universe itself, calling them to the farthest reaches of AETHERIA, where the earth met the heavens. Their journey led them to the Skyreach Mountains, a jagged range of peaks that soared into the clouds, their pinnacles shrouded in mist and mystery. Here, amid the serene majesty of the natural world, the boundaries between earth and sky blurred, unveiling secrets untold. Guided by Seraphina's visions, the company ascended the treacherous paths, their resolve as unyielding as the mountains themselves. The air grew thin, each breath a testament to their endurance, as they pushed ever higher towards the celestial gateway. At last, they arrived at the Vale of Stars, a sacred expanse where the heavens kissed the earth, a place untouched by the passage of time. Here, the sky unfolded in a breathtaking vista, constellations swirling like living murals, their light casting a gentle glow upon the vale. In the heart of the vale stood a monolithic archway, its stones engraved with runes that pulsed with a rhythm older than time. The archway was the celestial gateway, a portal to realms beyond, a conduit of cosmic energies waiting to be unlocked. As Aaron approached, the shard in his grasp resonated with the gateway's power, its light intertwining with the celestial glow. The air hummed with anticipation, a symphony of starlight and stone, as the gateway awakened, revealing the path beyond. Chapter 22. The Realm of Aether. Stepping through the gateway, the company found themselves in the realm of Aether, a place of ethereal beauty and unbounded wonder. Here, the very fabric of reality was woven from dreams and stardust, a landscape sculpted by the forces of creation itself. The realm was a kaleidoscope of colors and sensations, where the air shimmered with hidden melodies and the ground sparkled like a sea of jewels. In this place, the laws of the material world held no sway, and the boundaries of possibility were limited only by imagination. As they explored this new world, they encountered the Aetherians, a race of beings both ancient and enlightened, their forms shifting with the fluidity of thought. The Aetherians were the stewards of the realm, guardians of the cosmic balance and keepers of forgotten knowledge. One among them, a figure of radiant light named Lyrensar, greeted them with a warm smile. "Welcome, travelers from afar," he intoned, his voice a harmonious blend of music and speech. "You have journeyed far to stand upon this sacred ground." Ilara, captivated by the spectacle of the realm, spoke with reverence. "We seek to understand the echoes that have guided us here. What truth lies behind the veil of eternity?" Lysander regarded them with a gaze that seemed to peer into their very souls. "You stand at the crossroads of destiny, where the threads of existence weave a tapestry of infinite futures. The shard you carry is a fragment of the greater whole, a key to unlocking the potential of creation. His words resonated with the clarity of revelation, unveiling a truth that had eluded them until now. The shard was not only a source of power, but a beacon of possibility, a link to the tapestry of the universe itself. Chapter 23. The Trial of Harmony. The Aetherian spoke of a trial, a test of harmony that would determine their worthiness to wield the shard's true potential. It was a challenge that required not the might of arms, nor the force of magic, but the unity of spirit and purpose. With Lyrensar as their guide, the company journeyed to the nexus of harmony, a crystalline amphitheater where the elements of the realm converged in a dance of cosmic balance. Here, the trial would unfold, a symphony of challenges that mirrored the essence of existence. The first challenge was the Dance of Light, a test of perception and agility, where the company moved through patterns of shifting illumination. Namara, with her dancer's brace, led them in a rhythm that flowed like water, each step a note in the melody of creation. Next came the chorus of voices, a test of resonance, where they harmonized their spirits with the ethereal tones of the realm. Ilara's voice rose clear and true, weaving a song that united their hearts, the harmonies of their souls echoing across the amphitheater. The final challenge was the weaving of dreams, a test of imagination, where they shaped the essence of the realm into visions of hope and possibility. Morgrim's inventive mind, Kale's unwavering resolve, and Aaron's guiding light combined to craft a vision of a world at peace, its future aglow with promise. As the trial concluded, the nexus of harmony resonated with a radiant light. The air, alive with the music of the spheres, Lysander's voice rang out, a benediction of approval. You have proven your worth, guardians of the shard. The power of creation sings to your souls, its song a promise of unity and purpose. Chapter 24. The Return of Light. With the trial complete, the company returned to the celestial gateway, their spirits uplifted by the knowledge and insight they had gained. The realm of ether had revealed its secrets, granting them the wisdom to wield the shard with understanding and grace. As they stepped back into the world of Aetheria, the stars above shone with a renewed brilliance, their light a guide for the journey ahead. The echoes of eternity lingered in their hearts, a reminder of the boundless potential that lay within their grasp. Aaron and his companions had transcended the boundaries of their world, their legacy woven into the very fabric of the cosmos. The shard, now a symbol of hope and unity, would guide them as they forged a future where light and harmony reigned supreme. In the embrace of the new dawn, they stood as protectors and visionaries, united by the bonds of destiny and the light of a shared dream. Together, they would face whatever challenges awaited, their resolve unbroken, and their hearts aglow with the promise of a bright tomorrow. Thus, under the watchful eyes of a universe awash in starlight, Aaron and his companions embraced the journey ahead, their path illuminated by the light of possibility and the power of dreams fulfilled. Part 8. The Everlasting Dawn. Chapter 25. The Gathering Clouds. The peace that bathed Aetheria in the wake of the company's return was palpable, a symphony of life that resonated across realms. Yet, beneath this harmony, Aaron sensed a stirring, an undercurrent of unease that whispered through the tapestry of existence. It was as if the very air was charged with anticipation, a prelude to a storm yet unseen. Heeding this call, Aaron and his companions gathered once more in the council chambers of Celestia, their hearts attuned to the subtle shifts in the world's rhythm. The shard, now a guiding star in their quests, pulsed gently at Aaron's side, each beat a reminder of its boundless potential. Lady Thalindra, her eyes reflecting both wisdom and concern, addressed the assembly. AETHERIA stands at a crossroads, its future balanced upon a knife's edge. We have felt the tremors, echoes of an impending storm that seeks to disrupt the harmony we have fought to restore. Her words carried weight, and the council listened with rapt attention, their collective gaze turning to Seraphina, whose visions had guided them through darkness and light. Her presence shimmered with otherworldly insight, her voice a balm of calm certainty. A convergence approaches, a union of forces that will challenge the very foundations of our world. The council murmured in apprehension, yet Aaron felt a familiar fire ignite within him. We must meet this challenge, he declared, his conviction unwavering. The strength of AETHERIA lies in its unity, a light that will guide us through the gathering clouds. Thus resolved, the company set forth to uncover the source of this new disturbance, their journey a beacon of hope through the encroaching shadows. Chapter 26. The Tempest's Heart. Their path led them to the verdant expanse, where the land's lush tranquility belied the unrest simmering beneath its surface. Here the earth was alive with the whispers of nature, its breath a gentle breeze that carried secrets of old. As they ventured deeper into the heart of the forest, they encountered the druids of Elder Glen, guardians of the ancient groves and keepers of the land's sacred memory. The druids welcomed them with open arms. Their leader, a wise and venerable woman named AETHERIA, guiding them to a glade where the air shimmered with magic. It is here, AETHERIA explained, her voice a gentle rustle of leaves, that the fabric of the world is thin, a place where the elements converge and the heart of the tempest beats. The glade was a nexus of natural power, its center marked by a pool of crystal-clear water, reflecting the sky's azure expanse. As the company approached, the water rippled with unseen currents, a dance of light and shadow that beckoned them to look deeper. It was through this reflection that they saw the vision, a maelstrom of elemental fury, a convergence of forces both familiar and alien. The storm was not of this world, its origins a mystery intertwined with echoes of creation and destruction. Ilara, her senses attuned to the arcane, felt the resonance of the shard, its energy a symphony of potential. The storm is a manifestation, she surmised, a reflection of the balance that must be maintained. Its heart beats with the rhythm of the world's breath. Together, they realize that to quell the storm, they must enter its heart, to stand within the eye of creation and unravel its mysteries. Chapter 27. Into the Maelstrom. Guided by the druids and the wisdom of the forest, the company prepared for the journey into the tempest's heart, their resolve steeled by the knowledge of what was at stake. The elements themselves seemed to rally around them, the wind a comforting caress, the earth a solid foundation beneath their feet. As they stepped into the glade's pool, the world dissolved around them, dissolving into a cascade of color and sensation. They emerged within the storm, surrounded by swirling clouds and the crackle of lightning, a realm where the elements reigned supreme. In the eye of the tempest, the forces of nature were alive, their presence a symphony of sound and fury. It was a place of raw power and beauty, where the very air sang with the echoes of creation's song. The company navigated this chaotic ballet with courage and grace, each step a testament to their unity and strength. Aaron felt the shard pulse with each heartbeat, its light a beacon of hope in the swirling darkness. Kale's steadfast presence anchored them, his spirit a shield against the storm's wrath. Namara moved with the fluidity of the wind, her every motion a dance that wove through the chaos with unerring precision. Morgrim's inventions hummed with life, their mechanisms a testament to ingenuity and perseverance. At the heart of the storm, they encountered the elemental, a being of pure essence, its form shifting between fire and ice, light and shadow. Its eyes glimmered with intelligence and challenge, a guardian of the balance they sought to restore. "You seek to understand the storm," the elemental intoned, its voice a blend of thunder and whisper. "To wield its power for harmony, you must first embrace the chaos within." Aaron stepped forward, the shard resonating with newfound clarity. "We stand as one, united in purpose and spirit. The balance you protect is ours to cherish, a light that guides us through the storm." With their hearts and minds aligned, the company met the elemental's challenge, their spirits merging with the tempest's fury. Together, they wove a tapestry of light and sound, a symphony of unity that resonated through the storm, bringing peace to the chaos. Chapter 28. The Dawn of Harmony. As the storm calmed, the elements tempered by their presence, the eye of the maelstrom dissolved into serenity. A dawn of harmony that spread across AETHERIA, its light a promise of renewal. The elemental regarded them with a gaze of respect and gratitude. "You have proven your worth, guardians of balance. The storm is yours to guide, a beacon of unity and peace." With the storm quelled and the harmony restored, the company returned to the glade, their spirits uplifted by the knowledge of what they had achieved. The druids of Elderglen greeted them with celebration, their songs a tribute to the unity of earth and sky, of light and shadow. In the heart of the verdant expanse, under a sky washed clean by the storm, Aaron and his companions stood as protectors and visionaries, their legacy a beacon that would guide AETHERIA through the challenges of the future. Thus, beneath the watchful gaze of a universe reborn, they embraced the promise of a new dawn, a testament to the power of unity, the light of dreams fulfilled, and the enduring strength of the human spirit. Part 9. The Weaver's Tapestry. Chapter 29. Threads of Fate. In the peaceful aftermath of the storm, as AETHERIA basked in the glow of newfound harmony, the company returned to Celestia. Yet, amid the celebrations and gratitude, Aaron sensed the subtle pull of fate, a gentle tug at the edges of his consciousness, guiding him toward a path yet unexplored. Lady Thalindra, her wisdom undiminished by time, met with Aaron and his companions in the quietude of the council chambers. "There are whispers of an artifact," she began, her voice threaded with both curiosity and caution. "A tapestry said to weave the threads of fate itself, hidden within the ancient ruins of Illendor." Illendor, the very name evoked images of grandeur and mystery, a city of legend now claimed by the mists of time. It was a place where the ancients had woven their destinies into the very fabric of the world, their legacy guarded by the silence of the ages. Compelled by the call of destiny, Aaron and his companions set out once more, their steps guided by the promise of discovery. The shard, now a constant companion, pulsed with anticipation, its light a beacon for the journey ahead. Chapter 30. The Lost City. The path to Illendor led them through the gloaming marshes, a realm where twilight lingered and the air was thick with the scent of earth and decay. It was a place of shifting shadows, where the line between reality and illusion wavered like the surface of a dream. As they navigated the marsh's treacherous paths, they encountered the marsh folk, a reclusive people who dwelt among the reeds and waters of the swamp. These folk, guardians of the marsh's secrets, viewed the strangers with wary eyes, their presence a reminder of tales long whispered in the depths of night. The marsh folk's chieftain, a stoic figure named Lyren, met with the company at the edge of an ancient stone circle. Stones etched with runes that still hummed with a faint, eldritch glow. "You seek the heart of Ilendor," he intoned, his voice a low rumble. "The path is fraught with trials of time and truth, and not all who tread it find their way." Undeterred, the company continued, their passage marked by the whispers of the marsh and the watchful eyes of unseen creatures. The mists parted to reveal the ruins of Ilendor, the city's spires still reaching for the heavens, though their glory was now cloaked in silence. Within those hallowed ruins lay the tapestry, a web of fate woven with threads of gold and silver, its patterns shifting with the light of the sun. Each thread was a life, a choice, a moment in time, captured and preserved in the loom of eternity. Chapter 31. Keeper of the Loom. As they entered the heart of the ruins, a figure emerged from the shadows, a woman cloaked in robes of deepest midnight, her eyes alight with stars. Her presence was as much a part of the tapestry as the threads it held, her essence intertwined with the fate she guarded. "I am AETHERIA," she spoke, her voice a melody that resonated within the soul. "Keeper of the Loom, protector of the threads that bind the worlds." Aaron stepped forward, the shard in his grasp pulsing with recognition. "We seek the truth of the tapestry and the destiny it holds for AETHERIA." AETHERIA regarded them with an ancient wisdom, her gaze as gentle as it was piercing. "The tapestry reveals that which is, was, and could be. Each thread a choice, a path, a possibility. To understand it, you must weave your own threads, to shape the fate you desire." The company watched as she gestured to the loom, its strands glowing with possibilities yet to be realized. It was an invitation, a challenge, and a gift, the chance to leave their mark upon the tapestry of time. Chapter 32. Weavers of Destiny. Together they approached the loom, the significance of the moment heavy in the air. Guided by instinct and heart, they wove their threads into the fabric of fate, each weaving a part of the dream they shared. For Kale, it was a thread of valor and honor, a testament to the strength of unity. Namara wove a strand of redemption, a path of light cast upon the shadows of her past. Morgrim, with his inventive spirit, added a thread of creation, a promise of possibility and wonder. Alara's contribution was a thread of wisdom and compassion, a light to guide those who would come after. And Aaron, at the center of their weave, added a thread of hope, a beacon that shone brightly through the darkness. As their fingers danced across the loom, the tapestry responded, its patterns shifting to reflect the choices they had made. The image that emerged was one of unity and strength, a vision of a world reborn in harmony and peace. AETHERIA watched as the light of the shard wove into the fabric, its energy a living part of the tapestry. "Your threads are strong," she acknowledged, her voice filled with quiet pride. "You have woven not just a future, but a legacy that will endure." With their task complete, the company stepped back from the loom, their hearts filled with a sense of fulfillment and purpose. The tapestry, now imbued with their presence, shimmered with the light of a new dawn. As they departed the ruins of Ilendor, the mists of the marshes parted to reveal a sky awash with stars, a reminder of the infinite possibilities that lay within their grasp. Thus, under the silent watch of the heavens, Aaron and his companions continued their journey, a path illuminated by the threads they had woven, a testament to the power of dreams and the enduring strength of the human spirit.